In 2010, Michael and Kristine adopted 7-year-old Natalia. They believe she was actually 22. A young girl born in the Baltic region, somewhere in the Europe, Northern Europe area, adopted by an American couple. At first, everything goes really well, but then the young girl exhibits violent behavior and tries to kill her adopted parents and siblings. And as it turns out, the young girl isn't so young after all. She's an adult pretending to be a child. No, this isn't a story about the 2009 thriller Orphan, although that is the premiere for the film. This is the extraordinary true story about Natalia, a Hurricane-born orphan who was abducted by Michael and Kristine Barnett of Indiana in the United States in 2010. And if you're wondering how the 2009 film Orphan came to be, it was actually based on the true story of Barbara Sarkovia, an historian woman who was found living in Norway in 2007, posing as a 13-year-old boy named Adam. She was actually 33 at the time. So how did Natalia come to live with the Barnetts? Despite having 3 biological children, sons Jake, Wes, and Evan, Michael and Kristine had always extravagant, having an even larger family. Kristine was unable to have more children, naturally due to severe complications during her pregnancy, so Barnetts were very open to adoption. In May 2010, the couple flew to Florida from their home in Lafayette, Indiana, to meet Natalia Grace. Natalia had arrived in the U.S. from Ukraine in 2008 and had been adopted almost immediately, but the adoption had not worked out. No reason has ever been disclosed about why her first adoptive parents decided to return her to the orphanage. When Michael and Kristine met Natalia in 2010, they were told she was 6 years old. Just shy of 7, her birth date was listed as September 4, 2003 on her Ukraine birth certificate. Natalia suffered from spondylolisthesia, a rare form of dwarfism, and while this might cause hesitation in some adoptive parents, there was no such hesitation from Michael and Kristine. One of their sons, Jake, was autistic and considered a child prodigy. The couple had also run a children's daycare previously. They were well-versed and equipped to handle kids with special needs. In November 2010, when Natalia was 7, Michael and Kristine officially adopted her. Yet, according to Kristine, it became obvious their daughter was not who she appeared to be. I was giving her a bath and noticed that she had full pubic hair. I was so shocked. I had just been told she was a 6-year-old, and it was very apparent she wasn't. Kristine was surprised. She also noticed that Natalia had a sophisticated vocabulary, that she liked to spend time with teenagers rather than people her own age, and that she did not speak Ukrainian. Kristine also found bloody clothing in the rubbish bins and believed it was Natalia trying to hide her periods. Okay, so Natalia wasn't she wasn't who she is, and Michael And Kristine, especially Kristine, she was shocked that she saw that Natalia had a fully pubic hair when she was showering her. Hi, everybody. Natalia Barnett bone destiny tests were done to try determine Natalia's age. The results showed that she was likely 14 years old or older. By 2011, Natalia had grown increasingly violent. According to Kristine, she threatened to stab the family in their sleep, pour bleach in Kristine's coffee, and tried to push her into an electric fence. She had also attacked a baby and admitted to hearing voices. She would make statements and draw pictures saying she wanted to kill family members, roll them up in a blanket, and put them in the backyard, Kristine said. She was standing over people in the middle of the night. You couldn't go to sleep. We had to hide all the sharp objects. She was jumping out of moving cars. She was smudging blood on mirrors. She was doing things you could never imagine a little child doing. Michael and Kristine sought professional help for their daughter. A clinical therapist who worked with Natalia claims she told her that she was really 18 years old and enjoyed terrorizing the Barnetts. In March 2012, physician Andrew McLaren told the couple that Natalia was clearly not a child and that she had made a career out of pretending to be one. This was the final nail in the coffin for Michael and Kristine, who were by then convinced that Natalia was not only an adult but a dangerous, psychopath, crazy. They applied to Maron County Superior Court to have her age changed, and the judge agreed to revise Natalia's birth date to September 4, 1989. That means she was 22 years old when she was adopted, not 7. Michael and Kristine then rented an apartment for Natalia to live on her own and moved to Canada so that their gifted son Jake could attend university. Kristine said the rent was paid for a year before the family left the county. In 2014, Natalia was convicted from the apartment and neighbors took her in. Michael and Kristine, who were divorced the same year, were charged with felony neglect in 2019 for abandoning their daughter. They have both protested their innocence. Okay, hi everybody. Kristine and Michael Barnett arrest photos image county police have been cooperative the whole time. I have been truthful with people the whole time. Kristine said, I am being charged by the state of Indiana for crimes against a child when the state of Indiana has determined multiple times that Natalia was an adult. From day one, this was a mission of love, but when you bring a child into your home, you expect them to be child, to be accused of this unconstitutional to me. It's just horrifying. Kristine was released on September 19, 2019 after posting a $5,500 bond, while Michael was released after posting $5,000. Natalia, with Dr. Phil, claimed to have found Natalia's birth mother in her cane in October 2019. Anna Volodymyrna Gaba says she was forced to give up her daughter after her birth and that Natalia was definitely born in 2003. I know exactly how old she is. This girl is my daughter, who was born 16 years ago. Doctors told me to leave the baby. Leave her, don't ruin her life. They said, Both them and my mom told me to leave her. They said the baby would never be good, that she would never be able to move, that she would be chained to a chair or to a bed. And I said, she now lives in America with adoptive parents who want to ditch her. I thought everything was okay with her until it turned out that it's not all okay. She also pleaded to Natalia's daughter, forgive me for what I have. Forgive me for what happened 16 years ago. Visit soon for me to see you. We are waiting for you. You have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. After Natalia appeared on Dr. Phil's show and Kristine spoke to a judge filed a gag order to silence them both. Hi everybody, Michael found not guilty in his trial. Last month, Michael began to quietly weep in court as he was found not guilty of neglecting his adopted daughter, causing bodily injury, or conspiring with his ex-wife Christina to neglect Natalia. He walked out of the courtroom a free man, and his wife he has since remarried and told him it's over. It took the jury just 2 hours to deliberate on this case. Kristine's case will be tried in February next year, and the gag order remains in place. Natalia, who represents in the courtroom, left as soon as the verdict were read. According to Lavette's Journal and Courier publication, the jury were not told that Michael and Kristine Burnett abducted Natalia in 2010 and that they believed she was an adult, and that the adoption was therefore a fraud. What do you do when your daughter wants nothing to do with you? When your daughter wants an independent life? Michael's lawyer said in his closing arguments, it's true, she's a little person. Don't allow your empathy or sympathy for her sow away your judgment. She's old enough to make her own independent decision. She wanted nothing to do with the Barnetts. She moved on. That's her independent choice. In an interview after the verdict, Michael said, I can breathe. I haven't been able to breathe in a very long time. As for Kristine, she has said, the media is painting me to be a child abuser, but there is no child here. At this point, it's impossible to say who is right and who is wrong. It's likely we won't ever know who is the real victim here, Natalia or the Barnetts. Who is telling the truth? No one can say for sure, but I can say this, Natalia, she's crazy. She's a midget. She pretended that she's not, and I feel so sorry for the Barnetts. I don't know what the hell did they adopt her. They should know the first sign in the beginning. And when she was sour, when Kristine has showered her, when she saw that she has a lot of pubic, that is already a red flag. Since when a young child has a lot of pubic hair? Natalia is one sick midget. That's my opinion. This is Natalia's real mother. She is being found, and this is the real mother of Natalia. Okay, everybody, and thank you for watching the show. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and peace out.